So if you have a $50, definitely look for some of these types of errors on your coins that can make them valuable. That's exactly what we're going to be looking at today. Rare $50, 15 $50 that are worth money. Don't forget, if you comment on this video within the first hour of it being uploaded, you will be entered to win a silver coin. So make sure you guys are subscribed, thumbs up, and comment below. Let's just hop right into it. Alright, so first up is a 1964 90% silver Kennedy $50. Now, this coin here, you know, those coins are always going to have a little bit of silver value, but this coin is even more valuable because it's got an error. So a mint error taking place, it's been double struck with the double strike being rotated in collar. So we see that here on the coin. You see how it's been double struck here. We can go around the date and we see the lettering, how it's been rotated, and the outline going through Kennedy's hair there as well. And then here on the reverse, we see that also all around the rim of the coin with the lettering mostly. So always be on the lookout for those. You can look for double strikes on all kinds of different coinage. This coin sold for over $700 as a result of that. Now here is another 1964, again 90% silver. This coin here has an obverse die cap, so we can see that there on the front of the coin. And then here on the back, we see that it does not have any reverse as a result of that error taking place on the coin. So this coin here sold for over $1,600. Man, $1,600. What would you do with $1,600? Let me know in the comments below. Alright, here's another 1964. Now this one is pretty extreme here. It's been double struck, broad struck, second strike being off center. It's got an indent. It's got all kinds of stuff going on here. Man, that is just an amazing, amazing error coin there. Could you imagine having something like this, man? This coin sold for over $3,500. $3,000 $50 coin. That is awesome. Here is a 1964. Man, should I just make this video all about 1964s? No, I promise this is the last 1964. Alright, so the obverse has been struck through, and unfortunately it's been cleaned, so that's going to devalue it a little bit. Never clean your coins. It's going to take away from the value, and these coin grading companies, they're experts. They will know if you cleaned a coin. You know, usually, you know, you can just tell if you know what you're doing. You can tell by looking at a coin if it's been cleaned. But these coins are going under high magnification when they grade these coins, so they're going to know if it's cleaned or not. You can't just clean it and think it's going to be nice and get a good grade. But you see the strike through taking place here. Here on the reverse, it looks totally normal. This coin only sold for around 65 bucks. So probably, you know, not worth having graded. I would sell on eBay as is personally. But let's move on to the 1967. Now this coin looks totally normal. It's a 40% silver coin. Don't look like much is going on here on either sides of the coin, but what you want to look for is doubling on the front of the coin. So double die obverse, doubling on the front of the coin. So here's the examples of what you want to look for on the 1967 where that doubling takes place. So this coin is graded at a mint state 64, so you know it's got a high grade, which means it's in good condition, which means it gives it more value. So this coin here, because of the error, because of the grade, sold for over $2,000. Now here is a 1967, again 40% silver, that was struck on a thin planchet. Alright, so let me get this straight. This coin only weighs around 9 grams. So if you have any coins that, you know, feel like they may be underweight, you know, put them on a scale. I got scales on couchcollectibles.com. Link is always in the description of every single video. Now this 40% silver $50 is supposed to weigh 11.5 grams or somewhere, you know, close to that range, 11.5. So it should never be at 9 grams. So that's definitely a thin planchet there. And because of that, this coin sold for over $100. Not too bad for that coin. Alright, here's a 1968. Again, these are 40% silver as well. Now this has a lamination error. Again, we can see that there taking place on the front of the coin. And this coin sold for over 50 bucks. So nothing too valuable, but it's a $50 $50. Can't beat that. Here's a 1971 $50 coin. Now this coin, you know, pretty noticeable type of error. It's been double struck. Second strike, it being 85% off center. pretty, extreme type of error there. This coin sold for over $500. Here's a 1971 half dollar that is misaligned. We can see that there on the front of the coin, down around the rim of the coin, below the dates and up around there on the lettering. This coin sold for around 85 bucks. But let's move on to the next coin. Now this is the no FG. So here's an example of FG initials versus no FG initials on the Kennedy half dollar. Now this coin here sold for over $390. Now it's graded at an AU58, so if it was in mint state grade, it could sell for more. It is the 1972 D mint mark. Such a simple thing to look for. All you have to do is literally turn your coin over and look and see if it has the initials on it. That's doesn't take no expertise for that one. This coin sold for over $390, like I said, so nearly a $400 coin. Alright, here's a 1974 D. Now this has a double die obverse, so look for doubling on the coin, the lettering of the coin, the dates, you never know. This coin sold for over 35 bucks, so not really worth getting graded. Let's move on to the 1974. Now this coin here is definitely a rare coin. You can kind of see how the design of the coin, is not all the way on there. The 1974 kind of being cut off there on the bottom. And then here on the reverse, it doesn't look like much is going on, but it kind of looks weird, right? And that's because it was actually struck on a Taiwan $5 planchet. And here's an example of that Taiwan coin. So if you find anything interesting, maybe the weight's off or, the design doesn't fit on the planchet, definitely get those checked out. I do review coins. If you become a member by pressing the blue join button here on the channel, all you gotta do is become a level 2 member and you can send up to 10 coin pictures a month to my email. So feel free to do that, check it out, press the blue join button. It will tell you everything you actually get before you make the purchase. So if you press it and you read through all that, it'll tell you what you get. Alright, so this coin here sold for a little over $400. Let's move on to a 1977. Now here again comes back to weighing coins. Super important to weigh your coins. This is a 1977. Now 1977, these were not supposed to be silver at all. However, this was struck on a 40% silver planchet. So it was struck on one of the old planchets. And like I said, those 40% silver half dollars weigh around 11.5 grams. This one here weighs 11.4. So this was actually supposed to be clad, not silver. Now because that it was struck on a silver planchet, this coin sold for over $3,000. So huge difference in prices from just a regular 1977 to one that was struck on a silver planchet. Now here is a very cool error. I know you guys may get tired of seeing these, but it is a double denomination, a Kennedy half dollar that was overstruck on a 1972 Jefferson nickel. You can see the design of the Jefferson nickel reverse here on the front, and then of course we see that here on the reverse of the coin as well. Now this coin here sold for over $5,000. $5,000, man. Now this is pretty cool here. This coin has been double struck off center and it's got a uniface obverse. So here on the reverse you can see that. You see the double strike here to the right of the coin. And then here on the front you see that, we don't have that Kennedy design there. But this coin did sell for over $600 as a result of that error. Now check out a couple more of these half dollars that are worth money. You see the no mint mark and the D mint mark in 1992. They produced around 17 million each of those coins. Now first up, let's look at this coin here. This is a double quip error taking place on the 1992 Kennedy half dollar coin. Now this coin did sell on eBay. You can see that it hasn't been graded by a coin grading company, but the coin sold as is for a little over $50. Now if we move on to a 1992 D, now this is solely valuable because of its high grade of a mint state 67. Now the coin grading scale only goes up to 70. This is at a 67, that's why it's valuable, and that's why this coin sold for around $60. So these high grades aren't selling for too much, but if we look at the 1992 P mint mark, you can see that this coin again is the high graded version, graded at a mint state 68. This Kennedy half dollar sold for over $2,300. Now something to look for on your 1992 S Kennedy half dollars is a double die obverse. So doubling taking place on the front of the coin. Look for that on the word trust there and on the date. Now here is an example of that coin. You can see here on the coin slab it says DDO, meaning double die obverse. There's doubling on the front of the coin for anyone that's new to coin collecting. I know you guys comment all the time and say, hey, I'm new to the channel, new to coin collecting. You guys got a bunch of questions. Doing my best to get through all the comments. But this Kennedy half dollar is silver. It does have that doubling on the front of the coin, and it does have a high grade of a proof 68, so that will give the coin value. This half dollar sold for over $2,800. Now for the 1992 proof half dollar coins, of course they're gonna have the S Mint mark, San Francisco minted. Now this one is the non-silver version, so this is the clad half dollar. It is graded at a perfect grade of proof 70 with the deep cameo, and this coin sold for over $250. Now here is an example of a 1992 S that is the silver half dollar, and this coin sold for over $200 as well, and it does have that proof 70 grade. So a perfect grade on this half dollar coin. Alright guys, don't forget to subscribe in the middle. Check out the videos to the left of me, and until tomorrow, I'll see you on the comment section below. This is Couch Collectibles, and this is where I disappear.